So, the fucking Bronx.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be here today?
Oh, it feels great, man. We're having a really good time on this tour. You know, we're playing with a lot of our friends, and it's our first time doing the Warped Tour thing, so it's cool.
A lot of bands are talking about you guys like you're the best thing on the tour, like a hidden secret of the tour.
Well, we're kind of a band's band, you know, other bands, and they really like our band, so it's very cool, and we appreciate it, you know. And it's been nice because a lot of like Warped Tour, like the younger kids and stuff, they've never really heard of or seen our band before, so it's been actually really good for us.
How is the scene back home?
It's all right. It's cool. It's getting better, you know. There's never a shortage of original music. It's just a matter of whether it's good music or bad music, you know. I think that a lot of times the music people give up too easily. You know what I mean? It's kind of a question of heart and a matter of really wanting to be a musician and having the strength and endurance and the heart to really care about music and to care about creating something original. You know, it's not easy. It's not easy, and sometimes it takes a long time. And it's all about, you know, the individual, if they can do it or not. So I think that's why the good bands rise to the top, you know, because they're able to stick to their guns and just kind of do all the hard work and the creative energy that's necessary to make something good.
Who are some other bands from your area or, you know, friends of yours who you really want to get a little push to?
Well, like you said earlier, Terror. You know, Terror's great dudes. They're California boys. There's a band called the Agrolites, which is kind of reggae dub music. They're also from L.A. They're actually on this tour, and they're fucking great. Really great dudes, amazing musicians, and yeah, like as far as the rest of the tour goes, I mean, it's cool. We got our friends Every Time I Die are here, and Against Me, and Dillinger Escape Plan was on for a couple dates, so that was great. And you know, there's a lot of younger hardcore bands on here that I haven't really got a chance to check out yet. But it's cool, man. The tour's actually pretty cool. You know, I didn't really know what to expect, but we're having a really good time, and there's a lot of good music.
What are some of the, I guess, more outrageous moments that have happened, you know, since this tour started?
Well, we've gotten into the habit of taking a lot of mushrooms. So we've been, like, every night we have a couple beers and take mushrooms, and we always kind of roam off into the forest. And I woke up with a big spider in my bunk the other day because I had run into the forest and I had gotten a spider in me or on my pants, and I'm deathly afraid of spiders. So I woke up and had this spider in my bunk. I fucking lost it, freaked out, rolled out of my bunk, scared to fucking death. Luckily I didn't have a bite on me, but we just got to kind of stay out of the forest. And once the tour's over, it's so much, or once the show's over every day, rather, it's so much fun to watch the bands kind of unwind and, you know, who's going to make an ass out of themselves. And, you know, it's really cool. It's a good time.
So, did you kill the spider by rolling over it, or?
No. Our guitar player Ken came in and killed it for me. He's a wizard, and he's from Japan, so he doesn't. He has no fear of spiders at all. He picks them up, puts them in his hand and shit. I can't touch the things.
So who are some of the bands that have made fools of themselves, you know, during your observation period?
Everyone kind of takes a turn, you know. That's just the way it goes, you know. It's fun, man. We're a very loose group of guys who like to have a good time, and you know, it's like who at the end of the day, you know, who really cares.
That's cool. Hardcore values. What kind of hardcore values do you guys embody, if any?
I think it's just the value of just always wanting to stray from the norm and wanting to do something that's different, whether it's hardcore, whether it's punk. As far as the attitude is concerned, you know, the lines between punk music, hardcore music, and what is and what isn't nowadays have become so blurred. You know, it's so undefinitive, and it's really frustrating. But I think it's a matter of personal attitude and the way that you attack life. And you know, it's like all of us as a band, especially, we don't want to make music that sounds like anybody else. We don't want to make the same record twice. We don't want to do anything except for push our boundaries personally, musically, creatively, to always be trying to do something different and original. And I think that that's kind of the spirit that music, needs. It's like, it's okay to do something different. You don't have to make the same record 6 times in a row, because you're afraid of losing your fan base or something like that, or you're just too scared to try something different. It's like I really like bands that have different elements of creativity in them. Like Every Time I Die is really, really great band, but I think that what really separates them is like the weirdness of Keith's writing. It's like it can be even something that simple, just having that different aspect, something that sets you apart. It's like, and I think that that's kind of what's awesome about hardcore and punk music, is just things like that. The little things and the little bands that like to do things differently.
That's very cool. How do you think kids can get more politically aware, socially aware, in touch with the surroundings?
I think, for me, personally speaking, it's just a matter of everything caving in. It's like I'm a horrible political person when it comes to voting or anything like that. It's like I think a lot of people are kind of the same. It's like you don't really get off your ass and do something until you're actually forced to, and it's like it's a shame because, probably a lot of things could have been prevented had people taken a more definitive voice as a younger generation, maybe 10 or 15 years ago. But the downward spiral we're on now, especially in the States, it's kind of a no-brainer now. People know there's a lot of shit going on in the world. There's a lot of shit going on in the United States, and it's kind of like you're forced to stand up now. You kind of have to, otherwise you're an idiot. So it's unfortunate that it's gotten that far, but sometimes you got to hit rock bottom before you can really wake up. So I think that's where it is. I think things are going to start to turn around. So it's going to take a while, but hopefully it'll get better.
I had a question for you about an issue that might be something you know about, it might not. The issue of bros. People are talking a lot more these days about bros and about the issue of bros in the scene, and the impact of bros.
The broness of the scene. Yeah. I don't know. We don't really get bros in the Bronx, although you can't spell Bronx without bro. But we get like all the weirdos, We get the older crowd that hasn't seen a show since Black Flag at the Starwood in '81. Those guys come out and see us, and then just young punk kids and squirrely hardcore dudes. We don't really get too many bros. I think the key to the bro is the breakdown. Where there's breakdowns, there's bros, guaranteed. And we don't really have any, hardcore breakdowns.
That's a secret ingredient.
That is a secret ingredient to bros. Bros love breakdowns.
Give me a couple more things that bros love, and then we'll close out.
Let's see. Bros love Jamie Josta. They love Jamie Josta. He is a very nice man. Bros love light beer. They love light beer. They love wearing swim trunks to concert events. That's the other thing bros like to do, that I've noticed, at least so far. A lot of other things too, but those are the three that come to my mind off the cuff.